Hello, it's me, Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist, and I just got back from donating platelets. I donate a lot of blood. I try to do it 6 times a year, though I never make it 6 times a year, but I go very, very regularly. In fact, the company that I do with it here in Chicago is called LifeSource. I've done this with my 77th trip to donate. I've done with Red Cross, which I've done over 7 times with them, and there's another company, I think Heartland, I've done at least a dozen with them, and some other companies. When I go traveling, I've gone to conferences and donated blood there. I like to donate blood for various reasons. One, though, is because I think it is the right thing to do. I think I've got it to give, so I should give it. Now, today I gave platelets, and that takes about 2 hours, the process of sitting in the chair and getting pumped. The whole thing takes about 3 hours, which makes me think of chemo. People who have to do chemo spend a lot of time sitting in a chair with a needle stuck in their arm. And they have to do it, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's got horrible side effects. Whereas donating platelets is not so uncomfortable, and there are really no side effects, and it's a nothing thing to do. It is a small, small sacrifice for me to make for people who are basically suffering. And donating platelets is actually really good for people who do chemo because their blood gets kind of screwed up, and the platelets is the part of the blood that makes it clot, which a lot of these people that are very, very sick don't have enough of, and that's what makes them even sicker. So I'm helping people for nothing. And I think it's a healthy thing to do, to donate blood. It, flushes out your blood. And I love the idea of giving my atheist blood to some Christian or some Muslim who's like, "Oh, atheists are evil." Oh. But I got my little sticker and got my little, badge of honor, and so I think it is vitally important that people donate blood. And like I said, I do it regularly because it costs me nothing other than some time. And the discomfort is very, very minimal. And I'm amazed by how many people don't donate blood for whatever reason. Afraid of blood, or afraid of getting a needle stick, or whatever reason. Which I always think that is the lamest excuse ever. I mean, unless you've got cancer or AIDS or some blood disease, you have really no excuse not to donate blood. And speaking of donating, I think organ donation is something that is vitally important. Here, at least in Illinois, and I think throughout most of the country in the U.S., being an organ donor is an optional to opt in. They ask you if you want to be an organ donor. And that's if they even ask you. And most people, I think, are fairly passive and like, I'll decide later. They don't want to decide. They don't want to think about it. I think organ donation should be an opt-out of system, where they ask you if you want to opt out of being an organ donor. Because being an organ donor costs you literally nothing. You're dead. They're not going to come kill you to take your organs if you're an organ donor. And if everyone were an organ donor, there wouldn't be the shortage of organs that we have now. And it's the right thing to do. There's no reason not to be an organ donor. There's some weird religious beliefs thinking that you shouldn't donate your organs, or shouldn't donate blood, or shouldn't get blood transfusions. Yeah, crazy people think donating blood or getting blood is a bad thing, that they will let their kids die instead of getting blood. Religion sucks. I'm sorry. Religion is stupid. Religion is evil the big picture. People use their religion for stupid excuses to do stupid things. But back off of religion, back onto donation. Everyone should be a blood donor if they can. It's simple, it's easy, it's fast, costs you nothing. And giving platelets is a bit more time consuming, but it will really make you appreciate the health that you have. If you are able to donate platelets, you are a healthy person, and you should appreciate being a healthy person by every couple of months donating, because you can sit there and contemplate how lucky you are to be healthy. And in doing so, you are helping somebody who is not healthy. So it's a win-win situation for you. And, coffee and donuts or cookies or whatever they give you, LifeSource gives me points. so I can trade those in for like t-shirts and stuff, and they're always giving me t-shirts. I got more Life Source t-shirts than I know what to do with. I personally think it is exceptionally important to donate. It's good for you, it's good for humanity, it's good for other people, it's just good all the way around. And there's no reason not to. Why don't you donate blood or donate anything? And are you an organ donor on your driver's license? If you aren't, why aren't you? I'd like to hear some excuses. I'd like to see in the comments below reasons why people don't donate blood or why people aren't organ donors. I'm gonna hold back on judgment. I'm just gonna look and not respond to any reasons. I'm just curious because I think it's vitally important. If there was a way that I could change the world, it would be to make organ donation an opt-out of system here in the US. I think other countries actually do it that way because that's the way you should do it. There's no reason why all these people who are getting themselves killed doing stupid things shouldn't be organ donors. Personally, I've given direction to my family that when I die, drop me off at the hospital and say, whatever you can use, have at it, and whatever you can't use, study or just, I love the idea of my skeleton being in a classroom someday. Mostly because of that. I got Bluetooth. How cool would that be to have a skeleton in your classroom with Bluetooth? It'd be like, man, look at this guy. You know where he came from. So please tell me in the comments below your reasons why you aren't a blood donor or an organ donor. And if you are a blood donor and an organ donor, also put that in the comments below because I'd love to see everyone who's doing it because you're awesome if that's what you're doing. Anyways, I'm Tom, your friendly neighborhood atheist. Didn't talk too much about religion, but I want everyone to be a donor. Go out, sign up, donate, okay? I'll catch you next time.